Hello, darlings. Welcome to Sip and Spiral with Em and Larnz. How are we, Larnz?
Hello, Em. I'm good. Hello, friends, and the listeners and viewers out there. Yep, all good over here. All good over here.
Pop culture, love, is our topic today. Pop culture and trends, etc., etc. Now, pop culture is a huge part of our society. It is something that we engage in pretty much every day, really, whether we like it or not. So what's your sip today, darling? What have you got to keep your energy flowing?
I'm getting a little bit jiggy with it because I actually have a gin and soda tonight, but you can't see inside the blinking
Oh,
cup because I'm travelling. So everything's out of it's masked, darling. But I'm being honest, it's gin and soda.
yeah. No, and I appreciate your honesty, doll, and I'm sure the viewers do as well. So good on you. You can sip on that, love, and we'll spiral about
Thank
that
you.
later. Yeah, I've rocked a different beverage today. I've got the ice blocks in hand. I'm going for a nice Coke today. Just a little bit of
Yes.
caffeine. Coke and ice, you can't go wrong, really. So hopefully viewers at home have their sips so they can spiral with us. So pop culture is where we're starting here. So did you want to start us off, Lance?
Yeah, sure. So when we were looking at this with the trends and the culture and things, I guess the first thing that came to my mind was things we're too old for.
My generation, we were brought up with Pixar. We were brought up with these beautiful, amazing films. 1995 was my birth year, and that was when Toy Story 1 came out, and obviously it's an absolute blast. So good things happened in 1995. I just adore it, and I'm not the only one. I mean, there are times where I feel like, oh, Em, you've watched Toy Story for the 35th time, love. Calm it down. You know it word for word. You could dream it if you really wanted to. But you know what? There's just something about going back to old childhood nostalgia that
Hmm.
just hits your heart. But I don't think I'm the only one here. I think for my generation especially, it means more than that. So we watch it for comfort. We want to show our future children Pixar films, but I do feel like I'm too old for it. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's not going to stop me. I just love them. I love them all. I collect the Pixar art books. They're beautiful pieces of art, and I just love it. I've got my collection and everything.
No, I get that. I totally get that because I was having kids in the 2000s, late 90s, and
Mm.
I can totally relate to the nostalgia. I watched, I think it was the latest one. Alone, I was living in Sydney at the time, and I'm sitting there and it comes out,
Mm.
and I'm thinking, I'm nostalgic because I raised the kids watching all of the toys. I told them that toys used to come to life. So when that movie
Ah.
came out, it was like, this is amazing. Big Mum's not telling one of her fantastic yarns. Like, it's actually evidence based through Pixar. The boys and I all caught up around Christmas time. I said, did you see the new Toy Story 4? And we all sat and watched it together as adults.
Oh,
It's lovely.
see, I
Yeah,
love it.
nostalgic.
And the thing that's interesting, it's two phases of life. So you're seeing it as nostalgia being a mum with your children, and I'm
Yes,
seeing it as nostalgia being a child. So that's
right.
actually quite fascinating.
Another epiphany. Could I be old enough to be your mother? We won't touch on that here
Well,
today. We'll move on
no,
and
not
let's.
today. Yeah, no. We've got enough to spiral about. I think we'll move on from that, darling. But I think the
Yeah,
short answer is
gee.
yes. But we'll move along with that,
Oh,
lovey.
moving straight on to the trends that
Yes.
we don't
Oh,
understand. You know, what is going on
oh.
here? One of the
Mm.
trends, it was funny, I must admit, I wouldn't do it. The cheese slice where they'd slap it on the baby, and I'm thinking, my God, that is just awful. And yet I was so amused by it.
I love it.
And I just thought, how
That
did
is
you
so
get there?
funny.
That's your darling. That's your
How did you
sweet,
get
sweet
there?
baby, and you're whacking cheese on it. And here I am giggling a bit. But could I
I
do it to
know.
my own kid? No, no, I couldn't. But
No, no.
no,
Well,
what's that
one,
about?
it's a waste of cheese. It's a waste of cheese as well, for one. The cost of living, darling. And also, of course, the child. Let's not forget about them. Well, I've got two trends that really grind my gears, and they're trends from the past, but we'll go through with it anyway. Ripped jeans. I'm
Mm,
sorry, I can't hack it. Why are we buying jeans with holes in them? The whole point is if you get a hole in your clothes, you get rid of it. You either chuck it out or you sew it up. So why are we selling jeans with holes in them? It just looks like you've fallen on gravel. You know, I just don't understand. I don't understand the hype with that.
We're going to separate here again, all right? It's like your Scotch fingers
I
versus
know.
my Kingston biscuits. Okay?
I know.
I am guilty as charged of owning a pair of ripped jeans, not just one pair, two pair. Now, I do need to preface that at one point it did look like a split sausage with the blue denim jeans on with the knee popping. It was... I found it personally offensive. It did not stop me from going out. I was really rocking it. I have hyperflexive knees, so which means my knee goes back. Again, another story, but it does bend backwards. So what we've essentially got is a bit of a fleshy knee, okay? And so when you think about that rip being over where a normal bony kneecap might poke out, mine's got just the flesh pouch. So it does look like a sausage you've stuck a fork in. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, you couldn't tell me that. I was absolutely loving myself. You know, like, you know, you've got to. If you don't love yourself, who's going to love you? So I thought, I know what we can do here. We'll buy a black pair. That's what we'll do. We'll go get two pairs.
Well, that's like your lovely sausage pants. Remember your lovely sausage bike pants in the Big Brother house?
Frankfurts. Yeah, terrible. I don't know who's come up with these pants, but thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. Packed sausage.
So, a bit of background. Larnz was wearing these delightful bike shorts. She said it made her legs look like sausages, and you know what? She got very self-conscious at one point because Big Brother told her to stand up. And she later said to him, "Oh, Big Brother, no, I don't feel comfortable. You know, look at me. Why did you let me stand up looking like this?" And what did Big Brother say, Larnz?
He said, "Just so you know, you're always being filmed." And I was like, "Yeah, I understand that, but I'm going to have to ask for an outfit request." He said, "No." I mean, you know, the audacity. I got up thinking I was going to do a little workout routine in private, away from the nation, and then the dude pulls me in to do random nominations or whatever that was, and we weren't really... No, horrific. And you know what? I still wear them. Love it. Yep, still go out in them. They're horrific.
No.
You know, they should be barred, and there I am. You got to understand, guys, they're compression bike pants. This is where we have to understand, all right? Compression bike pants. So they're really sucking in things, and then the rest is sort of falling out in other places. Moving on.
It's just unravelling. Well, there's one more that I don't understand, and that's more from a personal level. In fact, you've sort of got one right now, to be honest, and I'm not going to offend you here. It's only for me personally because of my face. This slick back hair.
Ah, the slick back.
Honestly, the slick back hair, I cannot understand it. Listen, looks great on people, looks great on you, love. But on me, I've tried it for giggles. For giggles, I've tried it. And I look like a boiled egg. You know, all I see is this forehead. This forehead is shining. It's glistening with this slick back hair. Look at it. Look, so my sister calls me Megamind, and now I know why. Because, but that's a slick back, right? You slick it back. Right. Can you imagine if I walked around looking like this, Larnz?
Yeah, but darling, you look great in a pair of bike pants. You've got to pick your battles. I might be able to wear a slick back. You may not. I cannot wear a pair of compression bike pants. You can absolutely do that. Let's pick a battle here. All right, we've had it.
I've got something for you.
Yeah.
What is a celebrity that you would have dinner with?
Oh,
and have a drink with?
That's a good. Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna regret this terribly later. Again, if you know,
here we go.
know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go in with Travis Fimmel. Like, there is, you know, he is charismatic and he is a hottie. So can I just have a drink with him?
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head. I haven't thought about it. It caught me blindsided because most of the people I have a hots for are dead. So...
well, that's unfortunate. Maybe in another life, darling. In another life, maybe you can have a drink with Tupac.
Well, thank you, darling. Of course, it's always going to be him, but I think we meant live people. Did we mean alive people?
Yes, but I didn't mean crushes either. Because when I interpreted the question, you know, a person you'd go out to have a drink with, just have a laugh with. Yeah, I've got two people I'd like to have a drink with. Meryl Streep is one of them. I just love her. She's an absolute darling. You know, I've let the world know at this point. But yeah, no, I won't harp on about it too much. But yeah, Meryl Streep, wouldn't she do some amazing conversations? You sit there with a glass of wine, sitting down, just having a good old chinwag with Meryl Streep. What an absolute legend. Absolute legend. And I've just got one more because I can't, she's got to be there as well. And Diane Morgan, I don't know if you know who she is, Lance, but she's this hilarious British comedian. She's made this show called Kunk on Earth, and she plays this hilarious character, Philomena Kunk, and she is so funny. Honestly, she puts me in absolute stitches. She'd be hilarious to go out with. Hilarious.
No, hang on. I just need to Google her so I can look at her.
Oh, she's so funny.
Diane
Lance,
Kink?
you've got to
No?
see her stuff. No, not Diane Kink. No, Diane Morgan. Diane Morgan.
I don't know where I got. What did you say, Diane?
Where'd you get Diane Kink from? No, Kunk.
Oh,
C-U-N-K.
This is hilarious because guess what? I've been watching Afterlife.
Oh,
What a tragic event that is. That is just so happy and sad. I cry and laugh in every episode. She's great.
Yeah, she's so funny. She really is.
No offence, I love your people that you've chosen, but I'm definitely into some eye candy and some stimulating conversation and a possibility of where that might go after dinner and drinks. I beg your pardon, but that's what's happening.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. That's how you interpret the question. So, you know.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to say it. What in the world?
We've arrived at the special segment.
I've come across old Tay-Tay. And she's got the wedding brewing, okay, and she's left off a mate. She's left a mate off the list, and this is the speculation by media. Are they actually mates or are they acquaintances? Like, we all know you do have friends and then you have acquaintances, and when it comes to wedding time, it's actually quite a serious thing, isn't it? Like, sometimes even
Very
people
much
that you
so.
would consider quite intimate don't make the list because it might come down to, I mean, Tay-Tay doesn't have to worry about budgeting and things, but,
No.
where do you draw the line? There's so much involved with the wedding, but yeah, she's diced a mate. She's diced a mate, Taylor Swift, diced a mate for the wedding.
Oh, yeah, no, that would be a bit of a difficult situation for the good old mate on the other end, wouldn't it? That's well, again, there's two sides to the story. We don't know the reasoning as to why this has happened.
To the story. Obviously,
Yeah.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds will not be attending, the article said. No loss with Blake Lively. I don't know what Ryan Reynolds is like, but from what I've seen of Blake Lively, she's got some big opinions.
I can't say I've seen much of Blake Lively, to be honest.
It's no surprise to me that she doesn't get along with Taylor Swift, if it's all true. I mean, you and I know what it's like to participate in some media stuff and a lot of crap that goes on. But yeah, look, that's my gossip for the weekend. What in the world? News article of a celebrity.
I mean, that actually segues into mine. I mean, mine's not necessarily about a celebrity, but it's about a film. So pop culture, we're in that realm. So have you heard of this new film called Obsession?
I actually was going to go and watch it. Can I just say, I'm in the middle of the bush here. I'm in the middle of the bush here. And the movie I found a picture theatre that plays a movie a day. And this movie is on up there at 7:45 only at night time. And I really want to go and watch it, but I am a bit frightened. Proceed.
Oh, well, love, if you were in Perth right now, you'd be able to make it, darling, because it's 6:48 here. So maybe tomorrow, maybe another day, love. But so the amazing thing about it is the director is a 26-year-old YouTuber. So he's so his name is Curry Barker, as far as I'm aware, and he is a 26-year-old YouTuber, and he only had a $1 million budget for this film, right? And then, only $1 million. And so what's happened now is this film has taken off like no one's business. You know, again, a bit of a plot thing. There's a guy who likes a girl. He has this thing called a one-wish willow, which is an irreversible wish. He uses the wish.
Yep.
The girl gets infatuated, and I'll leave it there. Yeah. So it's gone 100 times over the budget, the box office already.
This is
So
great.
it's gone. So $108 million was how much in the box office it's earned at the moment. Yep. So this $1 million budget film has just blown up. And you know what? I'm loving it because I love how things like this happen. You don't have to be Steven Spielberg, bless him, but you don't have to be Steven Spielberg to be successful. And I reckon that just proves a point there. And I think good on him. And I'm going to watch it with hubby and get frightened and support him.
I love that for you. Oh, okay, so now I am definitely going to go and watch it because I just love the idea of this. And when we do talk about Steven Spielberg's or Alfred Hitchcock and things, they've got some great stories too. Someone that gave them a chance. I'm absolutely happy to go and pay the $30 to go and watch the movie.
Exactly.
And know that $2 of that will get back to him. But you know what? It's worth it. Like, I just think that that's such a great story. And now at first I was like 7:45 at night time. It's scary. Even, I love my thrillers and my horror. Like, I will sneak out and do those things. But it literally in the middle of the bush here. But I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it sort of makes it a bit more real, doesn't it?
It does when you exit the car park and it's desolate and there's no lights on and that. I love it. It's going to create the thrill.
Oh gosh, no, don't. No, that's frightening. Don't tell me anymore, please. Viewers are getting frightened here. No, please don't. Well, I mean, yes, actually do it.
Exiting.
Do it. That's good because then if something happens, I can call 000 on your behalf and just say she's somewhere in the bush here in the sticks.
Thank you, love.
Anyway, that is that. Done like a dog's dinner, darling. We're done. Thank you so much to our lovely viewers and listeners at home or wherever you are.
You're beautiful.
We really appreciate it, don't we, Larnz? We love it.
We really think you're darlings. Thank you.
We do. And don't forget to follow our socials, which are currently on the screen as we speak. Give them a follow so you can see all new clips and fun things. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely day, week, month. All right. See you next time.